What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some Destiny 2 news to talk about. This is actually a pretty big update that we've had from Chris Barrett and Bungie, but basically they give us a development roadmap of all of the changes we can expect to see up until the start of and including Season 3, which is going to begin in May. Firstly, Chris Barrett starts out by saying, "Hey everyone, a few weeks ago we published a dev update with some details about our plans for Destiny 2. With the first of those downloads out the door, we're following up the conversation with a clearer outlook on when these features and content will arrive in the game. This roadmap contains a series of updates that are scheduled to land in weeks and months to come. Everything you'll find below will be delivered to every player of Destiny 2. Some of these delivery dates may change, but everything you see listed here is being worked on by the team. While there are larger projects in development, these are the game enhancements that you'll find in your immediate future. If any of these deployments change, we'll let you know." So pretty interesting that they say while there are larger projects in development, presumably that is, DLC stuff for later on this year, there is still a dedicated team of people working on stuff for, the next couple of months. So here is the roadmap that Bungie provides. So we have a couple of Season 2 updates here. We do have 1.1.2 at the start, which has actually already been deployed. That is the January update. But on February 27th, they're going to be focusing on getting update 1.1.3 out of the door, and this will include Nightfall scoring and high score tracking, emblem and aura rework, fireteam members on the destination maps, PC public text chat, exotic repetition reduction, companion mod and shader interactions, as well as companion vendor viewing, and Nightfall strike unique rewards. And these ones that I've marked here, which are yellow, say that these features are stretch goals that have a chance to slip to a later release. So all of this stuff is what they aim to get into the game on February the 27th. 1 month after that though, there will be another update, so March 27th, and this will be update 1.1.4, focusing on the sandbox and the crucible. It says we're going to have weapon ability changes, heroic strike modifiers, Iron Banner 6v6, weekly crucible playlist including mayhem, crucible ammo and gameplay tuning, Nightfall challenge cards, crucible quitter penalties, repetition of crucible map and strike protection, as well as exotic weapon and armor sandbox changes. So this is going to be the big update, mostly focused on crucible stuff. Weekly crucible playlist sounds pretty good. Iron Banner 6v6 is going to be interesting. Of course, those weapon and ability sandbox changes they talk about are going to be very important for the crucible, but also Nightfall challenge cards, which is something we don't have too many insights on just yet, but these are the things we're going to see before the end of Season 2. Now right here it says Season 3, and it actually has update 1.2.0, and this is for May with a season of new content, or a new season of content. So before we even get into any of those changes, it looks like this could be when we get the second DLC for Destiny 2. It is looking like the release date for that expansion will be sometime during May, but this will include the introduction of the Eater of Worlds prestige mode, so that's actually quite a long way away. Presumably they're doing a big rework of rewards and stuff like that, but it's also going to include seasonal crucible rankings, private matches, a vault space increase, multi-emote wheel, exotic masterworks, seasonal vendor progression, and faction rally improvements, as well as mods system improvements. So a whole bunch of changes that they're actually outlining there. Interesting that they say mod system improvements, and that is also one of the things kind of marked in yellow. So this is something that they say is a stretch goal, but they've actually listed that in Season 3. We have heard about mods 2.0 quite a bit, leading up to this point in time, but that isn't actually listed on the February or March updates right there. So it's looking like mods 2.0 actually might be something which happens much later on. We'll have to wait for, confirmation about that. I'm sure there'll probably be some conversation about that one. But the update does end by saying, beginning tomorrow and in the coming weeks, we'll dive into details on the features outlined above, featuring screenshots or developer commentary. If this forecast changes, we'll share out a new version of it with new dates and expectations. We know you have questions about everything you've just read, and we look forward to answering them. Thank you again for your feedback about the game. And Deej did tweet out, something you've been talking about is probably on this list. We'll talk more about these developments before they arrive. Tomorrow, Josh Hamrick will speak at length on the blog about what the Sandbox team is working on. So it looks like we'll actually get a bit of information about these Sandbox changes coming later on in the year. But on the whole, it's really good to actually have a roadmap of, when we can expect some updates. We do have a February update update and a March update confirmed. There is that question over mods 2.0, which is something they said they were trying to do in February. They never promised that they would have it done in February. I personally was hoping that it would be done by then. That may not be the case according to this update. I'm going to save any more opinions on this from me until we hear about sandbox tuning changes and the stuff they're targeting in the update tomorrow, but I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about this. I think at the very least it's very positive that they've actually kind of broken down when we can expect to see this stuff, and there is a lot of stuff there. Of course, even bigger changes presumably will come, you know, in that later possible fall expansion, the Taken King style thing. They did kind of indicate, you know, when they said while larger projects are in development, that there is some kind of, you know, separation between these updates and the DLC stuff. But with season 3 beginning in May, unless something has changed with the expansion, that basically confirms that that is when DLC 2 will launch. So like I said, anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. For now though, I hope you guys have an awesome day.